Good morning. It's 26 degrees in Alabama this morning. I'm on my way to the gym. Steve Martin here, thinking about Hanukkah. Just wanted to share a couple of things with you. I keep hearing from people that say that Hanukkah is not in Torah and therefore shouldn't be celebrated, and it's actually a violation of Torah to celebrate it. And if it's a violation of Torah, that means it would be a sin to celebrate it. And yet here's what I know after having studied it for a long time, meditated on it, looked at it, read 1st and 2nd Maccabees several times. Here's what I know. That in my lifetime, I've never seen anyone more dedicated to walking in Torah than were the people who were being threatened by death by Antiochus Epiphanies and those who came before him. Torah had been outlawed. The Greeks, the Seleucid Empire, the Ptolemaic Empire, they are trying to wipe out Torah, to destroy it, burning, destroying every copy of Torah they can. They're punishing by death anybody who worships Yahweh by and through Torah. And so you read of people like women who are still circumcising their sons, even though they know that act is punishable by death. People who are still keeping the Sabbath. You read of a mother and her 7 sons who are commanded to just eat a piece of bacon. And rather than violate Torah, they're tortured and put to death because they refuse to let anything unclean touch their lips. You read about the 90-year-old man named Eleazar, whom the Seleucids, the Greeks, loved him so much and respected him so much. All they asked him to do was to pretend to eat a piece of pork so that he might live. And yet, his devotion to Yahweh and to Torah was so strong that he wouldn't even pretend to eat a piece of bacon. And then you read about Mattathias and his sons and the people of Modin, that when Antiochus' army came into their town to force them all to eat bacon, they refused. And thus began the Maccabean revolt, where those who were true to the covenant and true to Yahweh began to fight back against the Greeks. And it took them 3 years, but with the help and the might of Yahweh, they rehooked Jerusalem, they cleansed the temple, and they rededicated Hanukkah dedication. They rededicated the temple on the 25th day of Kislev, on the very day that the abomination of desolation had taken place 3 years before. I know this, that we wouldn't even have a Torah without what they did, because Antiochus and those like him had their hearts set on destroying it. So here is the conclusion that I draw. After rededicating the temple, they set up a remembrance that you and I know as the celebration of Hanukkah. They set that up. The people who fought against the Greeks set up Hanukkah. And this I am confident of, that had they thought in the least way, had they thought that what they were doing was against Torah, they would have died before they would have done it. They would have refused refused it. They would not have even begun to do it. The very fact that these people that dedicated to Torah set it up is our first indication that Hanukkah is a holy and righteous thing to do. I'm going to trust these people who would die before eating bacon more than I trust any naysayers today. Happy Hanukkah.